truth. Really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready. Keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told. Let's go.
I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Hey, y'all, follow us, man. Follow us, man. We back again. Facebook, YouTube. Again, Facebook, YouTube. And on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. Please hit the subscribe button, man. We need more subscribers, man. And I think it's a bell, too, man. That bell gonna let you know and gonna let everybody know that y'all tuned in with us, man. So y'all keep this thing going with us, man. Let's do this, man, because I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia.
Dang, Green, that sounds pretty good, big dog.
Yeah.
Talk about pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, man, listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that hat you got on, big dog. That look pretty good, too. Huh?
Y'all see it?
The hat, you know,
Y'all
this
see it,
T-shirt, man. Listen, man.
Y'all see it?
Yo, truth be told, peeps, man. Man, listen.
Well, we ready.
We ready.
We ready.
Matter of fact, we so ready, man. I want you guys, man, are you? I want to ask them. Are you ready to take your printing game to the next level?
Boy,
you know what I'm saying? That printing game by Print Fanatics, your ultimate printing partner, man. They want to partner up with you guys, man. They partner up with us. They want to partner with you guys, man. At Print Fanatics, they make your printing dreams. That's what they say, Green. Come true. Whether it's business cards, banners, cars, banners, custom design, they could darn near print a car. I don't know. They got a lot of things going on, but I just know they got you covered, though. You know, somebody, hey, just say goodbye to all those par printing companies, man. Y'all come on and get with our boys at Print Fanatics. Let them become your printing partner for everything you got going on. Matter of fact, man, I'm thinking about not only my T-shirt, Green.
What's up?
I might get Print Fanatics printed right across my forehead, dog.
Ooh, tattoo?
No, just print it. Hey, man, we out of here, man. Hey, get to the interview. Hey, Green.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't got much time. I'm going to let you know right now, Green. We don't have much time. Okay. Hey, listen, man. Welcome to Truth Be Told.
Yeah.
Season 8, episode 5. This is the last one, Green.
Last one, boy.
Hey, man, listen. I'm your host, Real Deal, and my co-host.
I'm the God Barber. Let's go.
Hey, we just trying to speed up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got the American flag on, Green. You got the champion shirt on. Tonight
bro.
must be a special night. You know
we
what I'm
got
saying?
a champion tonight.
Hey, Green, I heard a lot of stuff on Facebook, man. A lot of questions. A lot of people saying different things. Tonight, we get the answer. We get the answer tonight, Green.
Yes, sir, boy.
Huh?
It's going to be a speed conversation, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all going to have to meet me at the finish line.
Yes, sir, boy.
You know what I'm saying, Green?
We got to get that finish line quick. Because I guess he ain't got too much time now. So it's going to be a speed conversation tonight, boy.
Yeah.
Everything going to be speed, boy.
Well, listen, man.
Everything fast. I said my name fast. God Barber.
I like how you did that, too.
I'm the God Barber.
God, Bob, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Hey, I got a 4-time state sprinting champ, 2-sport athlete in high school and college, ran in the 1992 World Championships, 2000 Summer Olympics, also the 2001 World Championships as well. Silver medalist in the 4x1 meters relay at the World Games, U.S. Olympian, Grand Marshal at a parade here in the Manatee County, the one and only, the legend, Pookie. Bullet. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
But y'all may know him as the one and only Mr. Curtis Johnson Jr. Welcome to the show.
Big Kurt, baby. Big Kurt, baby. Big Kurt, baby. Big Kurt.
Kurt, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, baby.
What's up? What's up, hometown?
Hey, Kurt, I said my name fast, man, because it's going to be a fast conversation tonight, boy. It's all about speed tonight, baby. Speed, baby.
Hey, Kurt, man, listen, man. I see you got that Pamela House T-shirt on, man. I don't know where you found that from, boy. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir. I was down there in 2010, coaching with Ray Woody for a hot second, and
Oh,
I was coaching on the staff in 2010. Yeah.
okay.
I think I knew that, man.
Make sure you in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
middle
yeah.
of that. Make sure you in the
That's
middle of
when
that
my mom-
screen for me, Kurt. Make sure you in the middle of that screen for me, big dog. Make sure the people see you now.
Yes, sir, boy. They need to
I don't
see
want
you,
nobody to
Kurt.
miss you now.
Kurt, They need to
'cause
see the legend, boy.
Hey.
They need to see the legend,
I
boy.
don't want nobody to miss you, big dog.
I'm good.
Hey, listen, Kurt. We're gonna go ahead and get started, man. It may be some folks that may not know you, man. Where you from, baby?
From Palmetto, Florida, Lake Park.
Lake Park.
Ooh, Lake Park,
Yes, sir.
baby.
Now they say Lake Park.
baby.
Now they say Lake Park was the black people
Yeah,
rich and famous neighborhood
yeah.
in the hood. Was that true?
Oh man, y'all boys wild, man.
Is that true, Kurt? Because that's where you live now. I mean,
Yes, sir.
is it true?
I mean, some working class folks, man. Hard working class folks.
A whole lot of teachers too. A whole lot of teachers live
A
in
lot
Lake
of
Park.
teachers. Oh yeah,
Lot of teachers,
Absolutely.
My grandparents
Absolutely.
lived in the second house to the right, coming into Lake Park.
That-
Oh yeah,
Them Houston,
That's-
Mr.
that's
Scrap,
right.
and Grandma Carol
Yes, sir.
Lee, baby.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I got a
Absolutely.
little Lake Park in me real.
Okay, I see you, baby.
I ain't got no speed in me now. I don't know where Kirk get that speed from. I ain't got none of that.
Well,
Hey,
Kurt,
it's in the water
man.
down there, man.
So you grew up in the house with who? Who was in the house with you, Kurt?
Actually, my sister Kimberly Johnson and my brother Kelvin Johnson. That was my siblings, and then, of course my mom and dad, Curtis Johnson Sr. and Shirley Johnson. They have passed on now, but it's just the three of us left.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, did your dad introduce you to track?
Indirectly, back in the days, we used to have that elementary track meet at Manatee High School.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? I don't know if
Yeah.
you was T Green. I know you remember that, T Green.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I broke a record. I think I was in second grade in the 60-yard dash. And then my dad was coaching at Manatee High School. I think he had what's the guy name? Gaskin.
Steve.
Steve Gaskin.
Steve
Gaskin.
Yeah, Steve Gaskin.
Tracy Sanders and Tracy
Yeah.
Waiters and all those guys. So I mean, he was coaching those guys at the time, and he looked at my times compared to some of the kids in the nation, and I was number one in the nation with that 60-yard dash time. So that's how it started.
Wow.
In the second grade.
The second grade. I didn't know.
Yeah, second grade.
Hey, Kurt, let me ask on right quick now. Your dad, did your dad run track too in his time?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he ran at Manatee High School.
Okay.
He actually had a scholarship to Florida State, but he didn't take it.
Oh. So he was fast too.
Yeah, my dad, my uncles on both sides. I had uncles on both sides of the family that was fast, and so actually my dad's brother Leon was faster than he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's speed in his blood, boy.
All right. So Kurt, so in second grade, you broke a goddamn record that we didn't know anything about. So you continue on doing AAU. Am I correct?
Well, I went to Kansas City, Missouri
Okay.
for an indoor track meet.
Mm-hmm.
I was 7. I think I was 7. Getting ready to turn 8.
Mm-hmm.
I broke a national record in the 60-meter dash, and that was really how I really started nationwide.
Okay. So with that being said, you eventually started doing some AAU, a lot more AAU here at 13 Ave. Is that correct?
Independently, before I got to 13th Avenue, I was already middle school. I think I was in middle school by the time I got to 13th Avenue.
Okay.
I had been traveling already for about 5 or 6 years
Mm-hmm.
when we got introduced to 13th Avenue. I think that came more so my 9th grade year, 8th going into 9th when 13th Avenue
Okay.
came on the scene.
And your dad was he the one that always kind of trained you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now,
Absolutely.
did your dad run track? I
Yeah,
mean, where did he get that from? I mean, when I think about your dad, I always think about track. So where did the track come from with your dad?
You know what? That's what they did back then. They played football. They ran track. He went to Lincoln High School. That's when it was Lincoln. And then I think his last 2 years, he went to Manatee High School.
Okay.
So that's when they integrated, black 60, I want to say 68, 69,
Right.
when Lincoln was integrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so hold on, Kurt. So all right, your dad was fast.
Hmm.
You fast. What
Right.
about Kim and Kevin? Was they fast? Did they run track? Your sister
Um,
Kim, your brother Kevin?
for a hot second, Kevin played more so basketball. He was,
Basketball. Yeah, I
I
remember him
think,
playing
yeah,
basketball.
yeah. He played a little bit of football, maybe 1 or 2 years, but um, yeah, basketball is more so his thing.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never knew that. I always wanted to know that even when y'all used to come through the shop, man. I always wanted to know was your
Mm.
sister and your brother fast. Just because
They had, I know they had talent.
Kurt
I
ain't in
think
the middle.
different passions.
Yeah.
You had to come over this way.
Yeah, come in the middle a little bit more, Kurt. Yeah, because
Okay,
I want people to see you, boy.
gotcha.
You a legend.
So I got like two screens. I can't see which one I'm in.
That's
Yeah, right there.
right there,
Perfect.
right there.
This
You,
one?
you
Perfect.
good, you good.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
All
sir,
right.
you good.
So Kurt, man, I think I wanna jump right on into it, man. Because there was some conversation. We had a guy on our podcast last season by the name of Dominic Harris. And he was actually the class of 91. I believe you class of 91 too.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
and during that podcast, he mentioned that there was a race that he wanted, but it never happened. And during that time, it was at the Rams Invitational. But this is where I kind of want to get started, because we're gonna get to that, Kurt. But I want to just kind of leave that right there just for now. When you came into high school, were you ever intimidated by the upperclassmen when it came down to running track?
When I came my freshman year,
Yes.
Yeah.
no, not nobody from state of Florida. No, there were some guys that had my eye on: California, Texas, California, Texas, and Pennsylvania. So what you guys got to understand is, before I even got to high school, my 8th grade year, I was already 1988. I had qualified for the World Juniors at Florida State. It was in Tallahassee. So I don't know if you know the name Quincy Watts. Who else that was running at that time? Andre Kaysen, William Reed. These guys were like legends when I was in middle school. In high school. So these guys were 4 years older than me.
Okay.
So by the time I got to high school, anything that was in local for Tampa Bay, Miami, there was some guys down in Miami that was talking a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but they wasn't on the radar. My mind was on making the World Junior teams,
Okay.
if that
Okay.
makes sense. So World Junior teams, let me explain what that is. It's 20 and under. You get a chance to represent the United States when it comes to the World Championships. It's like the Olympics for 20 and under, basically. So those teams were the ones I was trying to make. So
Okay.
I was always looking up, not looking down. That makes sense.
Oh,
so
God,
so
darn.
so so
Darn.
so Kurt said at 14 he wasn't worried about nobody in the state of Florida. The
No.
key word is state of Florida.
Right.
Right.
He sure the hell wasn't worried about nobody in Manatee County.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Well, it be a lot of crap in Manatee County talking about they done beat Kurt running, this person beat Kurt running. Y'all heard what the man said. He wasn't scared of nobody in the state of Florida.
Right.
No.
I'll repeat myself. He damn sure wasn't scared of nobody in Manatee County.
Right. The number one guy in my freshman year was, y'all remember Shannon Baker? He went to Florida State, played wide receiver.
Yeah. I remember Shannon Baker.
Okay, Shannon Baker was the number one sprinter in the 100 and 200 meters my freshman year, coming into my freshman year. So I beat Shannon Baker at the Sarasota Invitational my freshman year. He was a senior.
So
Yeah.
So once I knocked him off, he was like, okay, on to the next,
Kurt. I know Reggie finna dig into you, Kurt. I'm finna get a little messy a little bit, Kurt. I'm a barber, Kurt. You grew up in the shop, Kurt.
Absolutely.
Okay, we finna get down. So, Kurt.
Absolutely.
Look, Kurt. In Manatee County, Bradenton, Palmetto, Sarasota. Who was you afraid of? Who intimidated you? What name do you remember racing against in Manatee County? Now, if you tell me you can't remember nobody, that means you won't heard about nobody. What names do
No,
you remember running against when you was a freshman, going against these upperclassmen around here?
well, in the city, the number one guy in the city, my freshman year it was Carl Hayes, Dickey.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think he was the number one guy. Prior to me getting to high school.
Yeah.
And once I got there, I took over.
Whoa,
But,
whoa, Kurt.
That's what I'm
Whoa,
saying.
Kurt. Wait,
That's
Kurt.
what
You
I'm
know all
saying,
this.
baby.
Wait,
That's
Kurt.
what- You heard him.
Wait.
But the thing is, but listen. He was a freshman, real. He was a freshman. You got older guys
Right.
talking about, man, I ran against Curtis Johnson. You know, he was a freshman. So if you beat Curtis as a freshman, what kind of props that is? But there's a whole lot of props for a freshman to be the senior, boy.
Well, Kurt, we
on record, I went undefeated my freshman year. Nobody beat me my freshman year. The only time I lost my freshman year was against a guy by the name of William Jackson, who was out of Lake Wells. He was 19.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was not during the regular season. That was over the summer. The same track meet, it was called the Golden South Classic. I don't know if y'all remember that. The Golden South Classic was a meet where all the high school state champions get together down in Orlando, Florida at Showalter Stadium. Texas, Georgia, all these guys come in. He was the only person to beat me for my freshman year,
Right.
quote unquote, over the summer.
So Kurt, here's the thing, bro. I think you had an outstanding freshman year. Matter of fact,
sir.
I think your freshman year and your sophomore year, you probably ran some of your fastest times throughout your high school career. Is that correct?
No. I didn't run my fastest times until my senior year.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
my
get
senior.
into that. We're gonna get into that, Kurt. Because coming your sophomore year, and you're right. I mean, your freshman year was just outstanding. Did you win the state your freshman year?
Yeah, one state.
So you won the state in the 100 and the 220, I believe, right?
Yeah, the 4x1 relay.
All right, in the 4x1 relay.
Yes, well.
So you took first place in 4 meets freshman year
As a freshman.
as a freshman.
3 races.
All right. And if I'm not mistaken, you probably had, at the time, some of the fastest times in the nation when it came down to 14 and 15-year-old kids.
Absolutely.
So basically, you number one in the nation. And I mean, when it comes out,
He was number one in the second grade, real. This ain't nothing new to
Yeah.
him.
Right.
He been number one for a long time, real.
Okay. All right. So, Kurt, man, your sophomore year, I want to get to this sophomore year because I think, in my opinion, doing my research, there's some from your freshman to sophomore to your junior year, senior year. If I had to draw a line in the dirt, it would be slap dab in the middle of your sophomore and junior year where, I got some questions. Okay? So your sophomore year, though, you did run against some guys that may have beat you your sophomore
Right.
year. And it's a lot of controversy about that. So, number one, I guess one of the first people by the name of Freddie Fields out of Arcadia
Right.
DeSoto. He came down to the Palmetto Invitations.
Right.
And I believe he beat you that particular race, and you was a
Right.
sophomore. What year was he? Was he a sophomore too, or was he a junior?
I think Fred was a year ahead of me.
Okay. Was he in the class of 2A at the time too?
Arcadia. I can't remember. Either 2A or 3A. I can't remember.
Okay. All right. And I asked that because I know, you guys had kind of back and forth. But Freddie put some in the newspaper and said that I guess it was you lost and you claimed that you were sick. And Freddie put in the newspaper that he can't be sick because he just ran a blah 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 in the earlier races, which is a really great time. What do you say about that? Were you sick that race?
Yeah, the first time that he beat me, yeah, I was sick. Had a little. It wasn't. I don't want to say food poisoning, but I gave him his props. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I could see at the time that he ran were faster than the times that I was running.
Right.
You know, then now we got to. You know, if you beat me with a 10-5, 10-6, I mean, come on, bro.
Right.
You know
But
what?
it is.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I'm glad you said that. When y'all running track, y'all not really running against each other. Y'all running against time. So like, if Kurt ran a 10-1 in the 100, okay, and the dude beat him. Let's say Kurt ran a 10-1 one time in the 100. The next time he ran, the dude who ran a 10-4 beat him. Mm-hmm. He didn't really beat him. He might have beat Kurt in flesh, but he didn't beat Kurt in time. So when y'all running track, y'all run against time. Y'all ain't running against the people.
That's all I care about. I mean,
yeah. See, like he said, yeah, man. Okay.
At the end of the day, let me give you an example. So my sophomore year, you got to understand, that was '89. That summer, I'm training. Keep in mind, guys, I'm training for the summer. Whatever I do during the track season on an asphalt track, bro, my dad was always getting me ready for the summer because that's where all the smoke was.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So we do things that are called training with a load as well. So what that literally means, people don't understand. I was training twice a day. Mm-hmm. Going to high school for track practice, linking up with my dad late on that evening, and getting my stuff in to get ready for the summer.
Okay.
But that's the plan that we had.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to, I'm not gonna make no excuses. This dude did beat me, but again, look at this time. That's like somebody running 4.6 or 4.5 in the 40, and I run 4.2, 4.1.
Right.
And that's like, okay.
I clearly see what
you see what I'm saying?
About.
Yeah.
So my season, I had two track seasons. I had the high school track season, and then I had what's called the international or the national track season. That's where all the colleges, that's where all the the world championship teams, the world junior teams, the Pan Am teams are made. Two different things.
Okay.
So I'll sacrifice, from the standpoint of, okay, let's get ready for 2 months from now, after the state meet. Right. That's when I got to be running 10-2s, 10-3s, not no 10-6s.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So the whole time you was in high school, man, you was just preparing yourself for the Olympics.
There you go.
These guys around here was preparing themselves to beat you on the track. Your mind wasn't even on that. If y'all say y'all beat me on the track, y'all have that.
Right.
I see y'all at the Olympics.
My thing is too, look at what's going on over the summer. I made 2 World Junior Championship teams. Those same teams were the teams that represent the United States, 1996 Olympics, 2000 Olympics, same teammates. You see what I'm saying? So it's I'm competing against in my mind, I'm trying to be the best in the nation. Okay. I'll sacrifice or to do more training, or we call it overloading with our training, to be ready to run in the summertime, which is June, July, and August.
Okay.
So
that's how I train. That's how I train my son too, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
Real, he ain't trying to be the best in fast metal, real.
I hear you. I hear you.
Counted real.
I hear you. But Kurt, I'm gonna have to push back a little bit because, and I totally understand what you're saying. But for that guy that's running against you, right, it's like they're not looking at the summer. They're looking at this Curtis Johnson, and I'm here to beat Curtis Johnson in this race. Not worry about the timing what Kurt got in the prelims, but right now, head up, uno.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking to beat you right now, right? So, along with Freddie Fields, because I know you kind of went back and forth with Freddie. I know it wasn't a consistent thing. I think Freddie ended up beating you again at some point, but y'all was kind of going back and forth. But Andre Booker.
He beat me twice.
Okay. Andre Booker.
The second time he beat me was I was about 85, 90% with my hamstring.
Okay.
So it was a survive the race and get to the summer, to the nationals.
Okay.
Boy had a hamstring
So,
problem and
is
beating
that,
cats.
got me have to put it on full screen. So,
Yeah,
so,
Andre Booker. Yeah,
yes.
Andre Booker was same thing. Same thing.
So Andre
Once you pull it,
Booker,
go ahead.
so Andre Booker ran out of
Hmm.
Sarasota Riverview. He
Right.
was a two-sport athlete.
Mm-hmm.
At least I know it could have been three, but
Yeah.
I know two sports that he played.
Right.
I think he more so maybe specialized in the 200. But I believe the race that he beat you in was the 100. You couldn't run the 200, so he didn't get an opportunity to race you in the 200. But he did beat you in the 100. And I believe again something was going on with you as far as being sick. Is that right?
No, I wasn't sick. My hamstring.
Hamstring. Okay, he was injured.
Yeah.
And Andre was older.
If you really dig down deep and look at why I didn't get a gold medal in the Olympics or the World Championships, World Juniors, it was always I was plagued by a hamstring injury. Once you pull a hamstring in my race, 100 meters, 200 meters, you're gonna have some issues, you know. And that was until I got to college and a professional when I can get, you know, world-class trainers and technology, lasers, treatments, you know, chambers, hyperbaric chambers. Now you get into the technology that you can recover and heal for those type of, you know, injuries.
Right.
But Book did beat me. But again, I shouldn't have ran that race, period.
I just about to say that, man. You know, to know you got a hamstring issue,
Right.
your competitive nature still
Right.
allowed you to run that
Exactly.
race. Cause you like,
That's
you know,
exactly what it
okay, I
was.
mean, you from Palmetto, man. You know, you competitive. Manatee
Right.
County, you competitive. Kurt ain't making no excuse. He say I got a
No.
hamstring problem, but I'm still race. I'm still
Exactly.
race, and he raced.
Right.
You know, some people say, well, I don't want to hear that. He still suited up. Yeah, he suited up, and he said the man beat him. But Andre was older than you, too. He was a senior, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He was 2 years ahead of me.
2 years
But
ahead
again,
of
guys,
him.
I get it. It's like I get it. You know, it's like running a light pole to light pole. You know, you're gonna get the bragging rights, yada yada yada. But my mind was on making these world junior teams,
Right.
being number one in the world in
Yeah.
high school.
So I'm happy we kind of got through that because you know there's so much, right? I hear Andre Booker, I hear Freddie Fields, right? Those names that just keep rising and coming up about who beat you, but it's clear this shows that you had full intentions and your mindset was on something totally different than what was going on here locally.
Right.
But I want to get to Coach Treadway. Coach Ronnie Treadway was your high school coach. Your senior year was the race that Dominic was talking about that he never had an opportunity to race you, and he was looking forward
Right.
to racing you, and you got suspended just before that race.
Right.
What happened? Why you got suspended that race?
First of all, Kurt, do you know Dominique Harris?
No, I don't even know who this dude is. Straight up. I'm like Dominique Hare. I'm like who is that?
I mean, I just want to know do you know Dominique Harris? I mean,
Right.
No,
Sarasota
no, I
people
really
know
don't.
him,
So that's what people know him.
but Manatee County don't know him. But he got receipts.
He actually won the 100 that night.
Okay.
So I know he was looking forward to racing you, but never had an opportunity. What happened that night? Why you got suspended? Why couldn't you not participate in the Rams Invitational?
Well, it's documented that well, we didn't put it on record. Me and my dad didn't put it on record, but at the end of the day, you're not trying to get into a race thing or a black and white thing. We had a situation where a young lady said that I touched her inappropriately, and so Elena East was the name. I'm not afraid to say who it was. Elena East. She was a distance runner on our team. Pretty good girl. She was maybe won regionals, district and regionals, but I don't think she never went to the state level. But it came out in the end that Ronnie Treadway, from what I understand, ended up going to jail because he was messing with minors.
Wow.
And we always felt as though when I say we, my dad and I always felt as though that something was a little strange about that situation because she didn't want to press the issue. The coach was the one that went and told the principal. So it was like, well, the girl said, hey, I'm not bothered by it, but because the coach, from what I understand, had a crush on her. This is stuff that's not this public information. Right. What happened with him going to jail or whatnot, but that's the situation. He went to the principal. The principal called me into the office and said, "Hey, we had a situation where we heard this young lady that you touched inappropriately." And I was like, I had to think about it because she had just won. We had just won district. I think it wasn't district. It was one of the track meets we had won. And you go around, slap, hey, good job,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah. Right.
And evidently, she said, I don't remember doing this, but I do remember saying, hey, good job or whatever. I touched her inappropriately. Now, what that means, I don't know.
Right.
But I ended up getting suspended. And if you don't go to I think it was two track meets. If you don't go to the district meet, that means you can't go to the regionals and then state. So I not only missed the Rams invitation, I missed state. I had to go to state my senior year.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah. My season was over. At that point. I ran no more track for Palmetto High School.
So basically, they put you.
No, he.
I'm gonna say they.
Okay.
Because of the coach and that girl.
Mm-hmm.
They put him in a sandwich. It was the coach, but he tried to throw it off by putting it on Kurt.
Right.
And it worked. But then he got the worst end of it at the end. But look what he did to Kurt. He couldn't even compete in the state.
Yeah. Because he couldn't participate in the district.
Man,
you had to go to the district and region. So Kurt, the thing is, I know you guys hired an attorney, and you guys tried to fight that at the school board. What was the result of that?
Well, I mean, back in those days, we didn't have social media. We didn't have anything like that. It was just basically your word against his word, Again, the young lady, from what I didn't want to pursue that. But once the coach made it known to the principal and the vice principal, they felt as though their hands were tied. That's what they told us. Our hands are tied. We got to let the proper channels run its course.
Right.
And of course, if you don't run, the suspension was, I think it was 2 track meets. If you don't run the district meet, that was my argument. I'm like, okay, hey, listen, suspend me for the track meet or whatever. Let me do some, detention or whatever they had back in those days, so I can run the district meet. Nah, they hold fast with those 2 track meets. Those 2 meets.
Man,
that was it.
So Kurt, let me ask you something, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
What was your mindset back then when that took place? Like, how was you feeling, man? I know that had to be heartbreaking, man, because you were so competitive.
Right.
When they suspended you from that, and you knew you weren't gonna be able to go to the States, how did you feel, Kirk? I know you was a young man back then. Mm-hmm. Was there some tears being shed? Did your family shed tears? Because, boy, I hate to hear stories like this.
Well, the good thing about it, my parents had my back. Not only my parents, but my coach that was recruiting me at the time. I went to the University of Florida in 1991. I signed with Florida, the Gators. Coach Curtis Fry. He knew everything about it. We contacted Coach Fry, and he followed the whole process. And he's like, listen, we know who you are. We know your character. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Let's get ready for the summer, because he was going to be the coach of the World Junior team that summer. And we'll get ready to go to Bermuda. What else I went that summer? Seoul, Korea. And we got ready for the Nationals, I just trained and got ready and ended up running the 3 fastest times to ever be ran in high school at that time.
Man, but before I know we finna go on, Reggie finna take this to another level, but I just want to let you know I enjoy watching you run in high school, boy. I'm gonna tell you, man, I used to be at the track meets, even though of course I'm older than you. I came out in '89. I used to be at the top of the bleachers when it was time for that 100 meter. That 100 yard. And Kurt, I'm coming down to the bottom. But they say, boy,
Yeah.
Kurt Johnson, when they go, boy,
Bullet.
the bullet.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Hey, matter of fact, did you cut Bullet in his hair?
No, I ain't put no bullet in Kurt hair, man.
Kurt, you let
No,
my boy T Green
no.
put Bullet in your head?
When Kurt come to my
man.
barbershop, it's gonna be a high, tight fade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
There it is.
the whole conversation when Kurt get in my chair, he said, Green, I want a high, tight fade. Green, be easy on the edge, baby.
There you go. He's on the end.
Yes, sir, man. Got my boy Kurt, boy.
Hey Kurt, let me ask you this because I'm not Coach Treadway, man. This is crazy because he was very adamant. I want to ask you this: did he not like the fact that your dad was also training you? Did you get a feeling that, he's training you, your dad's training you, maybe your dad's giving some advice, maybe I know there were sometimes maybe you didn't do certain things at practice because your dad may have instructed you not to. Did that cause conflict?
It definitely caused conflict, but my dad didn't tell me not to do something. My dad would never do anything like that. Okay. So the stuff that I was doing just didn't make sense. So it was like, okay, why are we running a mile and a half? I'm a sprinter. If y'all ask me about like these guys beat me, it's like if you go back to what was going on, why I pulled my hamstring, I was doing some foolishness in practice. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got to understand when you get trained, the top training, and then you go to a high school coach. When I say my dad was a connoisseur, man. He studied, he reached out to other college coaches, found workouts. I was doing this kind of stuff when I was, as a kid. So when I got to high school, I could literally coach the team. And I think that's something that they would feel kind of intimidated. Was like, hey, listen, we the coach. We know, you got all these records. You done broke, national records, but we the coach. And so I was like, okay, hey, do you? I'm gonna do what I got to do to get me ready for the summer, state championships, things like that. But my dad, to answer your question, he never told me don't do this workout or whatever the case may be. I just felt as though, I don't want to say sabotage or being sabotaged, but I just felt as though I wasn't, what's the word? I was compliant, but at the same time, I just kind of like Allen Iverson. He's like, "What are we doing here? What are we talking about? We're talking about practice, But it has to make sense, fellas.
Right.
I can't be running a mile and a half and then go run the track meet 3 days later. That don't make no sense."
Did Coach Treadway like your dad?
You know what? He never articulated to me that he didn't. But in hindsight, looking back on it, some of the things that he would say, I'm the coach here. Is one point, I don't know if you guys know this now, I was looking at going to Braden Christian to get away from Palmer High School because my dad was going to be coaching at Braden Christian that 1 year. And then St. Stephen's was a school that was starting to come up at that time. And I even entertained going to St. Stephen's.
Wow.
But
That's crazy,
it was,
man.
yeah, you got a world-class athlete, but you train them like backwards.
So you got
That was the thing.
So you got a grown man competing against a child. Basically, they see Kurt was gifted because a lot of kids that age in high school, they totally listen to their coach,
Right.
and do everything the coach say.
Right.
Because some of us wasn't gifted to know that even football players, we didn't know all the X's and O's.
Right.
But Kurt was gifted to know about track at a high level.
Right.
So he was able to tell the coach, hey, look, man, what we doing is not helping. But because he was a child and because the man was an adult, he want to throw that on him. Hey, look, I'm the track coach, you the child.
Well, and he could have felt intimidated. I mean, you have you got to think about it, Green. You got a world class athlete on your team, right? He may not have the best accolades or the ability to train this type of athlete, but he's the coach.
Well, you know what? I don't know who this coach is. Obviously, he ain't a good coach. You know why? Because most of the time in high school, whoever the star player get favoritism. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
You a world-class athlete. I'm the track coach. Man, hey, look at Kurt, man. Hey, look. You want to run over there? Go do what you got to do.
Right.
All star
You would
players
think.
get a little favoritism, man. Basketball coach show favoritism. Football coach show favoritism. What's wrong with him? He a track coach. It ain't his fault he had a world-class sprinter. He should have showed favoritism.
Maybe.
Man, I'm going to pick Kurt up.
Maybe
Man,
like
I'm
Kurt
about to
said.
some McDonald's.
Maybe it was not only, Kurt being that type of athlete.
Huh?
Maybe because Kurt was but girls like star people.
Yeah.
Girls, and the coach recognized that.
Man.
Coach probably felt like Kurt was intruding on his stuff.
Man, that man was mad.
Hey, check this out, fellas. Check this out. I remember getting ridiculed for helping my teammates when it comes to block starts. So check this out. I was over there, helping my guys out. Okay, this is how you come out the blocks. Head down. Lean forward. The hips. And they was like, hey, I'm the coach. Let me do this.
Wow.
That's the kind of stuff I was dealing with.
Yeah.
My teammates, I'm trying to help them out. They come to me and say, hey, Kurt, man, can you help me in my blocks? Cool, come on.
Because track is a team sport. I know it'd be individual when you're running, but it is somewhat a team sport. Like, do track teams have captains? Like, was you the captain of the track team, Kurt? Like, was you the captain? Like,
nah, we didn't have captain.
y'all didn't have captains. See, like basketball players got a captain, in football captains.
Right.
I never know
Right.
if track got captain. I know one thing, boy.
Well,
if I was coaching that parameter, you would be the captain.
But again, so both my coaches ran track in college. So
Yeah.
one went to FAMU, the other went to Florida State. So I guess they,
Yeah.
and I get it, I get it. You ran, but they weren't sprints. They ran distance.
Yeah.
That's
I
two different
got you.
things.
And that and sometimes if that's what you know, that's what you know, right?
There you
So
go.
Kurt, man, thanks, man. Appreciate that. I do know you skipped practice one day for a senior skip day, but hey, that's kind of what it is. It is what it is, Kurt. You really got suspended for two reasons. You got suspended the first time for your skip practice, so to go to senior skip day, and then you got suspended again for allegedly touching somebody the wrong way. From what you
No,
just
the
said.
senior skip. No. The senior skip day was like that's around prom time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I was already suspended from the team.
Oh,
He was already under suspension.
Oh, you done.
Yeah,
I was already-
okay.
So he
Yeah, I was
was
already
skipping
done.
it. He
Yeah.
was already skipping.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
done.
So Kurt, you spoke a little bit about the Golden South Classic, right?
South. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the Golden South Classic is in my opinion bigger than the state competition.
Yeah.
I mean, this is when the best of the best. This is
Absolutely.
the best around the nation, T Green.
Okay.
And Kurt participated in that, and you participate in that every year?
My freshman year I did. My sophomore, I think one of the years I missed with my hamstring, but for the most part, I think I at least got 3 of them in.
Okay, so one year in particular, maybe your sophomore year, could have been your junior year. You joined ranks, and they said that in the 4x1, they said that this could have been the fastest team ever assembled. You remember who was on that team?
For the Golden South Classic.
Yep.
Well, they was trying to put together a team.
This is the team
My
that your
senior year.
This is the team that your dad coached.
Oh, my dad.
Robert Scott.
No, my dad wasn't coaching that team. I know you talking
Okay.
about Track Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Track Florida. So you had Robert Scott, Ed West,
Ed West.
myself, and I think when
Freddie
Derek.
Freddie Fields.
No, he was ahead of me. He was 1 year ahead of me.
Okay.
So my junior year
Yes.
was that year that they was going to use Fred.
Okay.
My junior year. My senior year, this is Track Florida I'm talking about.
Okay.
So let me give you some context of what Track Florida is. Track Florida was all the state champions from the state of Florida was collaborating. We was getting together to go compete against Texas, California, Georgia, Ohio, all the top dogs from around the country. So Track Florida became popular, I think, my sophomore year going into my junior year, because the AAU meets, when we was go compete during the summer, whether it was Texas, California, wherever, we would dominate Florida. That is, and so we had a big beef with Texas. Texas was always go back and forth yapping. We got the best athletes, yada yada yada. But these guys were recruiting. Mm-hmm. They had teams from Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio collaborating on one team. Mm-hmm. So we was like, hey, what if we get all our guys from Florida, run together, and go out here and do what they do? Mm-hmm. That's how Track Florida became popular in I think it was 1990, 91, 1999, 1991. Yeah.
Man, Kurt, man, I'm getting tired just listening to all this track stuff, boy. I'm saying, man, for you, from the second grade, I know I'm backtracking, but from the second grade up into college.
Hey, let me show you something.
Let
me show you something right quick.
Okay, show me something.
Y'all see that?
I see it.
Those are the guys that y'all talking about.
Okay. But that's a receipt right there, real. That's a
receipt,
receipt right there, baby.
You got Fred Fields, Robert Scott, myself, and I forget this guy right here name. He let me see. Robert Scott, Fred Fields. Oh, Scotty Clark.
Scotty Clark. Okay.
But that's a receipt though, real.
That's Track Florida the first year. All state champions. Because I think Fred then went up. They went up in classification. My senior year.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
So
that's crazy.
there you have it. Matter of fact, what y'all don't know, in practice, all these state champions y'all talking about, Fred Fields included.
What that mean, Kurt?
What you don't know.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Kurt. You know what? Hey, you know what? Boy, I was waiting for that palmetto to come out of this boy right here. I was waiting.
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you, real. He was all calm and collect at first, but I think Kurt said, "You know what? I'm talking to T Green the real. Man, we finna get this backyard right here, boy.
Hey,
my boy Kurt get crunk now.
You see this?
Yep.
Fred Fields, Robert Scott. These are track meets. The same.
Who in the middle right now?
Okay, Kurt. Who in the middle? Who in the middle?
Come on, baby. That's the bullet, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, so this trash talk, man. Hey, Kurt, man. Hey, Kurt. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I was saying, for you did a whole lot of running, man, before you got to college, man. You were talking about the hamstrings and all that.
Yeah.
And your dad was your personal track coach, and also a great father, because I just cut your dad hair when he was coming to the shop. Right. Kirk, let me ask you something. Did you love running? Did you feel like you was forced to be a runner? Do you feel like how how they say Michael Jackson's dad forced him to be an entertainer? Did you feel like you was forced? Did you feel like you lost a lot of your childhood ability, because I'm saying to run track you have to be able to eat right. Was your dad, did he have you on a strict diet? Was you eating hot dogs and honey buns and pig feet and hot sausages and all that? You couldn't be eating all that, Kurt.
Well, in the off season, yeah, I eat all that.
Kurt, you ate honey buns?
Pig feet, hot sausages, $9 Tico sticks. You name it. Hey, Pat Gruber's right down the street.
Pat
Gruber, Queen. Y'all remember Cooler Queen?
Cooler Queen, baby. I know Cooler Queen, baby. 5 cent cookies, baby.
See, I don't know too much about Cooler Queen. See, I'm from Braden now. I don't know about no Cooler Queen, but I heard about Cooler Queen. Okay, let me ask you.
You gotta be over there by late part, 30th. I'm over there for 30th, Kurt. You know what I'm saying, Kurt?
There you go.
Kurt and real. Let me ask y'all something right quick.
Yeah.
Okay, why the hell they call it Cooler Queen?
Cooler Queen?
Hey, man.
Who is Cooler Queen?
I don't know, man. I just walk up to the store, man, and get me some cookies.
From Cooler Queen.
Cooler Queen. Kurt, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Man,
Yes,
somebody
sir.
tell
Yes,
me who the queen is, man.
Hey, Kurt, I got a name
sir.
for you.
Yes, sir.
Henry
Yes,
Neal.
sir.
Henry Neal.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned all those
What about
guys in the Golden South relays, but Henry Neal came out number 1 in the 100. He actually ran a 10.17.
10-17. 10-17. However, he was thrown out. Only
Talk
thing
to
I
me,
know,
Kurt.
he got called for steroids.
Yeah, so Kurt, that's why I wanted to say,
Yeah,
Kurt.
yeah.
That's why I want because Kurt,
That boy
because
loose
Kurt,
now.
Yeah.
He loose now, boy.
because Kurt. Here's
Yeah.
the times. We got a 10.31, we got a 10.28, we got a 10.25, we got a 10.24,
Right.
and then we got a 10.17.
Right.
With Henry Neal.
Right. Yeah, all
It's
that was
high
thrown out.
school?
Yeah.
All that
These
was
high school
thrown out.
speeds?
Kurt, were you ever?
That was the fastest 100-meter time. That was the fastest 100-meter race in history up until that time.
Up until the time.
Matter of fact, I think, still it's on record. I don't think nobody's ran from 10-1 till 10-3. No. Yeah, I think that's still the fastest race. Yeah.
Golly.
That was a real
So
race.
Kurt, you really love running.
I love running, but not so much the training.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Yeah,
just
like-
want to do a line up.
Hey, just line up. Well, people don't understand, man. It's a lot to go into training when you're doing it right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
this is you talking about a fall conditioning. Then you got your preseason. Then you got your season. So that's 3. It's like football. You got 2 a days. You know, you got your preseason,
Yeah.
then the regular season. It's the same. Well, when you're training right, you're doing the same thing as right.
Kurt, were you ever tempted, or at one point in your mind, right? I mean, we got the states, we got Florida, but
Right.
you were more nationally, and you were more competing on guys from, across the country. Were
Right.
you ever tempted at one point? Did it ever cross your mind to do anything that was not allowed during that time to enhance your speed?
Oh no. Matter of fact, I didn't even know what that stuff was until Flojo passed away. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I've heard about steroids, but nah, man, that stuff. I mean, nah. I don't even. I mean, I don't smoke. I barely drank a cup of wine. I mean, a glass of wine. But I've never really been, with all that kind
man
of stuff.
say it, real.
Okay. Hey,
That man got his stuff from Kuda Queen.
I got you right.
That's where all the stuff. That's where the speed came from, Kuda Queen. Somebody gonna tell me, hey, whoever out there listening, y'all tell me who Kuda Queen is. Put that on the comment. Who's
Hey.
Kuda Queen?
Hey, Kurt, man. I think you had an amazing high school career. You went
Yes,
off. You signed with the University of Florida. You was there for one summer semester, I believe. You end up coming back. And you end up attending MCC.
Right.
During MCC time, I believe in 1993, though, you signed with the University of North Carolina.
That's right.
During that time, also, you were training to qualify for the Olympics. Is that right? Or the World Games or something?
Right. Well, the Olympics. The Olympics was 1992.
Okay.
So I graduated in 91. Went to MCC for the fall. 91. After I left Florida. So I went to Florida so I wouldn't lose my eligibility.
Yeah.
My track coach at University of Florida said, "Hey, listen. By the way, this is the same track coach that went to North Carolina, Coach Fry. He just retired this year from University of South Carolina, the Gamecocks. So he told me, hey, go to junior college. Don't run track. I can do unattached. I can run track unattached, but don't run for a team. MCC didn't have a team anyway, so I have to worry about that. I can keep my 4 years of eligibility. So I play baseball at MCC.
Play baseball.
Oh, I see, Kurt. I didn't know you played baseball. What was this
Yeah,
you
I
played
played
in
baseball
baseball,
in
Kurt?
Outfield.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I played with Cullen McRae. He just passed away a
just
couple months
passed
ago.
away.
Okay.
But me and Cullen was the only blacks on the team.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Kurt, you that year you qualified for the Olympics. Now this is where I kind of get mixed up.
Okay.
You end up When did you go? When did you move away from this area? Was it after
90,
North Carolina? After you finished up North Carolina, then you moved to Texas or Texas, I believe.
well, so I left in '93 to go to Carolina, and I never been back.
Okay.
Outside of the 9 months that I was down when my mom passed away.
Okay. Okay.
That was in 2010. She passed. Well, she passed in 2011.
Okay.
But I came down to help out. That's why I came about 9 months.
Okay. Who is Joe Smith? I mean, I'm sorry, John Smith. John Smith.
Well, that was my coach,
He was your coach for who?
HSI.
And what is HISI is? What is that?
Well, at the time, it's Hudson Smith International,
Okay.
but it's the acronym is Handling Speed Intelligently.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
acronym.
And
He coaches right now Michael Norman, Jose Toulouse, the young lady that's just running 10.6 right now, 10.6, 10.7.
yep. Yeah.
Carmelita Jetta, I don't know if you remember her. She
Yeah,
won the
yeah,
100-meter
yeah.
gold medal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Maurice Green, John Drummond, Otto Bowden. Some of the greats. I mean, he's one of the best coaches to ever walk this earth.
And you trained with those guys for the 2000 Olympics, right?
Yeah. I moved out there to Los Angeles 1997 December. No, yeah, 1997. Yeah, December 97.
And during that training, I mean, it was like you said, Maurice Green. I mean, you know what Maurice Green is. You
Maurice
got
Green.
Drummond and Burrell. Was Burrell there as well?
No, he had Otto Bowden.
Otto Bolden
Yeah,
was
Otto
there.
Bolden.
Okay, Otto Bolden was there. So you guys all trained together, and
Yeah,
ultimately, all you guys were on the U.S. Olympics in 2000, the Summer Games of 2000.
That's correct.
You ran the 100 in the semis or something
Semi.
prelims or whatever it was. You came first place, but here's the problem. And here's where I need some better understanding. You weren't selected on the 4x1. And you weren't selected on the 4x1 for what reason, I don't know, because you came second behind Maurice Green. So why wasn't you allowed to run on that team?
Well, politics. So I didn't have a sponsor at that particular moment. You guys gotta understand the shoe contracts, the shoe companies run track and field, basically. We still have to this day the same issues because of Nike, Adidas, are the two big boys. Nike pretty much is the biggest. And when you have athletes that are paid from Nike, when Nike is sponsoring track meets, it's politics, man. So right now you have, to give you an example, Travion Boromel, Marvin Bracey, Arian Knighton, Noah Lyles, and they can't even feel, they don't know who the sixth is going to be to make the world championship this summer. You got guys that are running 400 meters that are put into the relay pool because they got a gold medal.
So Kirk, who was you sponsored by? You weren't sponsored by nobody going into that 2000 Olympics with them?
I had an individual private sponsor.
So
He wasn't a shoe contract.
Oh, but so it wasn't the main guys. It wasn't the big boys.
No,
It
my
wasn't
sponsor was
Nike,
actually a local business tycoon from Bradenton.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Hey, you mean to tell me just because of that they didn't let you participate on that track team? Because of
Well, I
sponsorship?
mean,
He
again,
didn't make the 6-man team.
That's
Right?
what I'm saying. I mean,
He came second behind Maurice Green.
I remember all that, man.
How
but-
you don't make the 6-man team?
and like you say, politics.
Well, see, what was going on was the fact they wanted to use an up and coming guy. Matter of fact, this guy played seventh. he wasn't even supposed to be at the Olympics.
Wow.
He ended up Bernard Williams. I'm giving you
Bernard
that.
Williams out of Florida.
But out of Florida, he got 7. So they brought too many people. First of all, he was only supposed to bring 6. They brought 7, and then they was like, well, listen, you know, how about running the prelims? Because the whole issue came down, they didn't think I was fit because of my hamstring. Again, the only reason I didn't get the first, second, or third because of my hamstring. People don't even know. I never disclosed that. My hamstring was a situation where I got second behind Maurice Green, right?
Yep.
At the Olympic trials. That next week in practice, I felt a little twinge in my hamstring. We was kind of doing some accelerations, getting ready for the 200 meters, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't run the 200 meters. I was going to run the 200, but I didn't run the 200 because I felt a little twinge in my hamstring. So I said, you know what? Let me just take 2 or 3 weeks off, try to get healthy. But with a hamstring, you got to be 100% going into the Olympics. You can't be 90, 95. You got to be 100.
So you ready?
If I'd have had 2 more weeks, I could have been 100%.
Golly. So, but that year, Kurt, United States won the gold medal, right?
You won the gold medal.
So basically, you was cheated out of a gold medal.
Right.
Basically.
Right. I got all the accolades. I mean, from the money, the paraphernalia, the ring, but I don't have the gold medal.
Now,
I got everything but the gold medal.
Now, would you give all that up for a gold medal?
Or what up?
The money, the accolades for that gold medal you missed out on. Would you give all the accolades and that money up for that medal?
At the time, I thought I would, but as I got older and understood the situation where I was in for is, I've been able to inspire a lot of people because I could have gave up, you know.
Yeah.
I could have quit and just said, you know what, I'm gonna just forget it. But no, you know, you go through things in life. I've become a successful business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think my story has led to the success I'm having now.
That's awesome,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you right now, real. I got that Olympic picture. Kurt gave me an Olympic picture back in the days. I got that at the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't care what nobody say. I got that champion across my chest.
Yes, sir.
Because Kurt a champion to me, boy.
All day long.
Hey, you got a gold medal in Manatee County and Power medal, baby. You got one downhill, baby. I don't know about them Olympics, but you got one downhill, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Kurt, man, the thing is, which is telling, is that I know your teammate Maurice Green went to bat for you.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make sure and at least attempt to try to get you on that team, but it wasn't successful at the end of the day. But it just tells me that, you know, you got a guy like Maurice Green who you trained with, who saw what you can do, knew what you could do, went to bat for you to be on that team. Sometimes that means more than all that other, you know, crap that's going on. That your teammates can go to bat for you and speak up for you and want you to be a part of that.
Yeah. Maurice actually even gave me his winnings, his portion of the winnings for that particular race.
What?
That's big right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Kurt, do you keep in contact with your track teammates?
Yeah, we see each other quite often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we see. Maurice was out here maybe 2 or 3 years ago, doing a camp, doing a speed camp. He's coaching now out there in Phoenix. You know, Otto Bowden. Let me see. I ran into him last summer at the Mount Sac Relays.
Okay.
And who else? John Drummond's up in Dallas. Yeah, he.
That's good, Kurt.
So, I know currently you are, you know, your son. Your son is actually a track star. He is currently at the University of Southern California.
Yes.
USC?
Yeah, USC.
USC. Is he running the same sprints that you're running right now, or what's he doing?
Yeah. 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Now, Kurt, do you train him, or are you
No.
your dad to him?
Well, I was in high school,
Okay.
Okay.
but now he has gold medal trainers now.
Okay.
Yeah, Quincy Watts is a two-time gold medalist. Joanna Hayes she's on the staff. She's a gold medalist in 110 hurdles. Carmelita Jetta was his coach the last 2 years, so she's a gold medalist.
And
Kurt, do your son be talking trash to you? Do he say, "Hey, Dad,
Nah.
boy, using my time, Dad, I beat you"?
Nah, nah,
He don't talk
nah.
trash to you.
Hey Kurt, what was I know at one point I believe in high school. I want to kind of go back a little bit. In high school, you had an opportunity. Carl Lewis. Did you race against Carl Lewis, or were you just out to meet?
Yeah, 1992.
1992. You had an opportunity to race against Carl Lewis.
Yeah, in Olympic trials.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
That's the Godfather right there.
you ready against Carl Lewis?
Oh yeah, I ran against all of them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Mitchell. I mean, who else was down? Andre Kaysen. I don't know if you remember that name. I'm trying to think.
Remember that name? So, but you was
Well, Michael Johnson.
You was real young compared to them guys, Kurt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was only 18.
Kurt, Kurt, was you? So you was hanging with him? You was there?
I made it to the quarterfinals.
Okay.
Which is there was at those times we had to run 4 rounds.
Wow.
Prelims, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals.
Okay.
Man, that's good, Kurt. But Kurt, I know we gotta let you go. I know you got some stuff to do. But I was looking on YouTube, and I think I was on YouTube. They were saying I think about 8 years ago that you was involved in some company, CL. Am I right? CL, some media company, some. Golly, man. You gotta excuse me, man. I'm T Green, man. I'm getting older. My mind be racing. But it was some media group you was with, man. I don't know if it was a media group, but it was some company.
Well, that's they produced my some of my videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said you started that company from the bottom. When you got into it,
I started off with Fran Tarkenton.
Okay.
In 2001.
Okay.
That was with Prepaid Legal.
There you go.
Fran Tarkenton was one of the business partners of Prepaid Legal. His company was the small business portion of that.
Okay. I know I ain't going crazy now. I know I'm getting a little old now. I ain't going crazy.
Yeah, I partnered with Fran, and I did that for about 5 years.
Okay.
And then transitioned to stocks and cryptocurrency, just day trading.
Okay.
That was about 7 years ago.
So Kurt, are you currently have any track club or anything like that you're doing, and are you doing it where you are locally in Texas?
I volunteer.
Okay.
Yeah, San Antonio Speed Elite.
Okay.
So do you ever think about coming back to Manatee County doing a Curtis Johnson track camp?
Well, we was actually supposed to do a track meet the year the pandemic happened, 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a track meet. I was putting that together. A couple of guys that reached out to me right there in Manatee County. They wanted to do a Curtis Johnson Invitational.
Okay.
Well, that'd be nice. Curtis might need to reconsider that and probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have 2 questions real quick. We about to close this up, Kurt, man. Appreciate your time and everything.
Yes, sir.
But I do have 2 questions from our viewers. Did you ever run against Shannon Baker?
Yeah, my freshman year.
Now, who is Shannon Baker?
Touchdown maker, Florida State, Shannon Baker.
Okay,
Well, he went to Lakeland High School, Dreadnoughts.
Okay. All right.
Played wide receiver, Florida State.
All right. Did you beat him?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Kurt, and the other one, man. Did you ever run in the pen relays?
I did. I have. Yeah.
All right. So
Got a couple watches.
Okay.
Boy, that pass better come out this boy right here, boy. That boy talking trash, boy.
Hey, Kurt, what do you think about Mr. Lyles right now? In your opinion, could he possibly be the best to ever do it?
In the 200 meter, he has an opportunity if he breaks the record.
Okay.
But I think that young kid, Arian Knighton from Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has the potential to, to do some good stuff. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah. I heard about that dude.
Kurt, you probably don't remember this, Kurt. Kurt, when I was at Elwood Waters College,
Okay.
Kurt, you came up there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And had a street race against
Yeah.
one of the guys that I knew from Jacksonville that thought they was fast.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, we knew what time it was. They were
Right.
talking trash. I say, boy, y'all finna lose tonight.
Yeah.
Boy, Manatee County in the house. Kurt, you remember that, Kurt?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I
Kurt
came up there
in Waters. Go ahead,
with
Kurt.
Dexter Williams.
Yeah.
Who else? And I think it was
And
Dominique.
Dominique.
I think I came up there with yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Wait, did you come up there 2 race, Kurt? Did you go?
No.
Did you go
We
there
just
2 race?
No, we just hanging out.
They were hanging out. But the cats, when we come up there, man, you know what we gonna do. We gonna talk trash. But it's the fastest cat in Manatee County. So cats in Jacksonville talking about,
Nah,
he ain't
Green.
faster than us.
Nah, Green.
And, but they lined up, boy.
Did you bet Green?
No, I ain't doing no betting. No.
Did anybody bet? 'Cause I-
Nah, it might have been some betting out there, but I ain't doing no betting.
Man,
I ain't had no money.
listen,
I was in
man.
college.
That's like bringing up a boxer,
Huh?
man, and saying, "Hey, man, I want y'all to go and fight." You know that man with hands was, his feet was registered. You know that.
We knew that. Jacksonville didn't know that. They didn't know. We know. But I'm glad they boy Kurt remember that, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
my God,
man.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt, man, I just got one final question. We about to close this up, but one final question, man. I've been looking at the
Yes, sir.
trends. Been looking at the trends of the record in the 100 meters.
Okay.
You know, back when we had Mr. Lewis, I believe, way back in the day. The record I believe was at like 10-2 or 10-7 or something like that in the 100.
Okay.
And it's slowly been creeping down, right? It's slowly been creeping down. The current one is Bolt. And I believe he is at
Right.
9-7, if I'm not mistaken.
9-6.
9-6.
9-6-5.
Do you think there will ever be somebody to break 8?
So to run 8 seconds?
Yes.
Nah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody gonna beat the same boat record at 9.5? At 9, what was it? 9.6?
Said 9.
9.5, 9.6. You think anybody gonna beat that?
9-6.
You think somebody get a 9.5, Kurt?
Yeah. It has to be perfect conditions. I mean, 2.0 win on a fast track. Just hit the gun right on the money.
Yeah.
You got a couple guys that can get close, but I think it's safe.
Okay. Listen,
Yeah.
Kurt. In basketball, we say, give me your top 5 basketball players, or give me your top 5 running backs, top 5 quarterbacks. Kurt, give me your top 5 sprinters. Your top 5.
My top 5. Okay.
It can be from high school all the way up to the Olympics. Your top 5. You can put yourself in it too, bro. I'm gonna put you in there.
I got to go with Carl Lewis is in there. No particular order.
Okay.
Usain Bolt. Maurice Green is in there. I got to go with Sapo Powell, man, just because of
Safo Powell.
the amount of time he's ran sub 10. I mean, it's like, man, over 100 times.
Wow.
God.
So the consistency,
Right.
I got to put him in there. And then just on GP, man, Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owen. Ooh, that boy say Jesse Owen, baby.
I believe Jesse Owens when they ran that 10-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in the conditions that he did it,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. That was before that.
That's 50s.
Yeah, that's Hitler's. That's Hitler
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitler days.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Kurt, man, it's been a pleasure, man.
Boy, yes, sir, Kurt.
Geez, man, I think we got some stuff out there, man, where there's a lot of noise, man, and I think you have come today and shared your journey, your story, and we found out some things, man. So I definitely appreciate you, man, for doing this for TBT, and also just doing it for Manatee County and the surrounding counties that definitely know you personally like that, for sharing that and kind of clearing the air. Green, though, I know you like to do something before we close out, man.
Boy, look here. Hey, Kurt, this is what I like to say, Kurt. Everybody can talk, but everybody don't tell the truth, baby.
Yeah.
Kurt, you told the truth, Kurt. You told the truth, Kurt.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt, I'm going to tell you something, too, man. Kurt, it's good seeing you, man. I haven't seen you in so long, Kurt, man. It's good seeing you. Boy, you look good. You still look like you're in good shape, man.
Yeah,
And,
yes, sir.
And your nephew comes by the shop every now and then. Kim will bring him up here.
Okay.
That's a sharp brother, that boy. That boy got more waves than Coquina Beach, boy. That boy got some waves in his house, boy. You hear me? But, man, it's good to see you, man. Always good to see you, man. It was a pleasure.
I'm going to try to get down there, man. I'm going to try to get down there.
Yeah, man. You got to come down, man. It was a pleasure cutting your dad hair, too, man. Back in the days. He was soft-spoken, but he always told me good things of encouragement, man. So, man, it was good seeing you, Kurt, man.
Hey, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt, I ain't gonna give you no flowers, Kurt. I ain't giving you no flowers. I'm gonna give you some cleats and that damn gold medal you supposed to get back in 2000, boy.
Hey, Kurt, man. I want to give a shout out real quick. Put my homeboy, man, POP, man, for helping us bring this together. So, you shout out the POP, man, for doing that for us, man. Do you have any shout outs, Kurt, man? Do you have any shout outs real quick?
Absolutely, man. To the whole Manatee County. As a matter of fact, who is the, I guess, the top dog right now in football right now?
Oh, man, Venice. Venice in Sarasota.
Whoa.
Venice is big.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, you know, back in y'all days, Kurt, you know, Venice, man, they wasn't hitting on them. But now,
No.
Venice is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now here in Manatee County, Palmetto done took charge a little bit. Palmetto. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Palmetto representing, man. But Venice is a big dog. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Why did that quarterback leave from Palmetto?
Well, you got to ask Real, because his son play for Palmetto.
Okay.
Go ahead, Real. Back to you, Real.
Hey, Kurt, you know what I'm saying? Times have changed, Kurt. You know, this whole NIL, you know, this whole transfer portal, you know, things have changed drastically. You know, we was in district. So that's the school we went to. You know what I'm saying? So people nowadays, man, look for better opportunities in their mind. You know, so I'm thinking in his mind frame, that was a better opportunity for him. He went to Lakeland, which is a powerhouse school. So he went to Lakeland to finish out his last 2 years, man. So, you know, we definitely wish Xander some luck, man. So, but Palmetto does have a good quarterback that's on the squad right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get down there and get that Manatee game.
All right.
That'd be good.
That sounds good, brother.
That'd be good.
That sounds good, man. Well, man, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Kurt, man. We appreciate you, boy.
We definitely appreciate you, man. We're going to close this out. We typically do a truth and share, but you know we gonna let you off the hook this time, Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt said he got to go.
We gonna let y'all hook this time, man.
Oh, do we have him?
Yeah, we have him.
Hey, Kurt, you got one truth and share for us, Kurt.
Yeah,
go ahead. We're gonna read something for you.
Okay.
And then you can go, man. Kurt hanging right now, man.
Kurt hanging.
Boy,
Yeah,
Kurt
man.
got comfortable. Kurt said, boy, look here,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Kurt put the receipts up. Say, hey, all y'all Manatee County guys who talking about y'all was fast back in the day, the real sprinter is on the screen right now, baby.
Yeah. He's a legend.
The legend, baby.
Hey, Kurt. So what we gonna do, man? We have this segment that we typically do at the end of the show, man. We have, you know, it's our version of Truth and Dare. So but instead of asking to dare, tell you to go out there and run 100 right now, and so see if you can get a 10-2. We're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But what we will do is we'll actually do a truth and share. So because you're not in the studio, man, we're gonna ask you to pick a number, a color, a number 1 through 3. Pick a number. I'm gonna read that card, and then you have to share out. Pick a number, Kurt.
Pick a number, Kurt.
Let's go with 7.
Let's go with 7. All right, Kurt. Here we go, Kurt. Here we go. 7. All right, you kind of got lucky, Kurt. You kind of got lucky. You kind of got lucky, big dog. All right, what is the worst physical pain you've ever been in? Physical pain.
I would have to say my tooth, the back one, the molar.
What happened, Kurt? What happened to it?
What happened, Kurt?
Oh, I ended up getting it pulled out, but I think I was eating some peanuts or something like that.
Hey,
Chipped it.
Hey, Kurt, you gotta be careful about them peanuts, baby. I heard about them peanuts, boy. I've been watching this show called Poison on Netflix. You may want to check that out about them peanuts. Be very careful. You know what I'm saying? They got you a molar problem, but they got some other problems too. All right, so I just want you to be careful, baby. Hey, Kurt, man, listen, man.
Kurt, boy.
Listen, man, this is what we do, man. I wore this shirt right here representing the USA, man, in the Olympics for you, Brick Dog.
And I wore this right here representing that you a champion, baby.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
So man, listen, man, we had a great time tonight. Appreciate your time, man. Tell your wife, tell your I think it's your daughter at home or your son. That all right, that kind of
daughter.
All right, that allowed us to have this time with you tonight, man.
Yes,
we definitely appreciate it, man. When you get a chance, man, if you come down, stop through the shop, man.
Oh, he coming through the shop, man. Come through the shop, baby.
Where y'all located at?
Oh, we in the shop. We in my barber shop. This is where the studio at.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Kurt.
Yeah.
I'm in the shop, baby.
Okay.
I'm in the shop, baby. We just turned the shop into a studio on Mondays. So so tomorrow, back to school start Thursday.
Okay.
So tomorrow, that's when the kids come. It's gonna be crowded tomorrow for back to school haircut Tuesday and Wednesday. And so so I'm gonna be busy, man. So all these kids get ready for back to school, man. All of them wanna look good. So I hope T Green make them look good, baby.
Yeah. So listen, man, we back at it, man. We this is our last episode of this season. We're gonna take 3 off, but we back at it real soon, man. In 3 weeks we'll be back at it. Just so you guys know though, T Green.
Yes, sir.
I had a great time this season, man.
Man, a great time, man. What boy, you can't get no better than Curtis Johnson, the end of season 8.
Yeah, Bullet.
Hey, next time I'm gonna come live. Be live with you in the studio.
Yes,
sir.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
But we get live up here, Kurt. Boy, hey, everybody from Manatee County who think they fast gonna be outside the window, knocking on the window.
Hey, Kurt, what we trying to do? What you don't understand? What we trying to do is create a episode, nothing but legends, but legends in the studio.
Yep.
And we talking sports, baby. So hopefully we can make that happen, man.
Yes, sir.
So all of us can get together.
Yes, sir, man.
All right, hey guys, man, this is Real Deal, man. Where your host this is my homeboy.
Hey, Kurt, they call me the guard barber now, Kurt. They call me the guard barber now, Kurt. I got the gray hair now, Kurt, so I'm the guard barber, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune in. You know the guard barber don't start this whole post-show thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where he trying to get hype.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys just tune in to Facebook, my
Yes,
boy
sir.
T Green going live on the 1s and 2s. But but man, listen. Hold up tight real quick, Kurt. We love everybody, man. Thank you so much for supporting us this season. We'll be back in 3 weeks. We appreciate you. TBT, truth be told.
Yes, sir.
And we out.
Peace out, Kurt.
Truth, really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the Real Deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know, truth be told. Let's go.